Hi everyone, welcome to vlog number 2, my sciatica saga. And it has been a bit of a saga, and that's why this video's taken a while to make. But I felt like it would give a positive message to everybody else who's suffering with back pain, and I know I'm not alone. There's been a massive influx of back pain problems since COVID. And that kind of brings me to my first point. So this all started for me in March 2020 when COVID hit. The UK was forced into a national lockdown, and I had at the time been working performing gigs in care homes and pubs, and I was tutoring from home. But the minute the care homes and pubs became off limits, my business just shrank and ended up completely online. So thank goodness for Skype. Seriously, where would we be without Skype and video calls and things like that? My goodness me. But with all of that came so many challenges. I pretty much forgot all about my body and its total need to move. So I was sat at an antique desk at the time, completely hunched over for hours on end, just straight ruining my muscles, you know? And before long, my right leg went kind of numb. I just lost sensation. It was a gradual thing. And then suddenly I realized, oh my gosh, I'm in sort of pain, but also my right leg is going numb. And that just really freaked me out. I could barely walk like 5 meters. So I called up the doctor. Then the doctor freaked out. I was like, oh, this isn't helping. This isn't helping anyone. And I went in and had a quick exam. They were like, oh, okay. So it's not really, really bad, but it's fairly bad. So take some ibuprofen and all of that. But they couldn't recommend me for physio, or refer me, I should say. They couldn't refer me for physio because I hadn't had it long enough, which is, just painful in itself. But never mind. So my way of dealing with this was to go and see my chiropractor, and she helped a lot. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm pretty sure with her help, that was how I got that right leg to feel again. And also I was walking constantly, absolutely constantly, little and often, and on flat terrains as well. I couldn't really do hills very well. It was just too painful, which kind of is a good thing because that tells you that the sensation was coming back. It didn't feel like a good thing at the time. So little and often on flat surfaces, that definitely helped. I also found an exercise ball helped, although we really should have persevered with pumping it up because it was in no way firm enough. Lesson learned. Still, it did help, as it would just sort of sit there in the corner whilst I was watching TV and remind me, hey, I need to move my back. This isn't good. I've been sat down for way too long. And that's another thing, man. Sitting on the couch, I didn't realize how bad our secondhand couch was for my back. Seriously, right up until recently. Like, I had a full-blown relapse over Christmas. I was doing so well before Christmas. And then being sat down, taking some time out over the holidays, you should feel good for that, right? No, not me. Not me. I had a full-blown relapse, agony, crying, painkillers, left, right, and center. It was terrible. And then I just sort of thought, hang on, it's because I'm sitting on this all the time. So I now sit on a desk chair when I want to watch TV downstairs. I mean, it's sad, but I must admit, the pain is going. It is going. It's so much better. I don't have to constantly pump myself full of paracetamol now. Just a little bit in the morning. Anyway, so not long before Christmas, I actually had my first phone appointment, damn you COVID, with a physio who encouraged me to stand while I teach online, which was massive. This was absolutely life-changing advice for me. And it also explains why I was better before Christmas and why I completely relapsed during the holiday, because I was sat down all the time. I've since taken my physio's advice one step further, and I've bought a standing desk, because before I was just balancing my webcam on piles of files and phone stands. But my God, this standing desk is an absolute game changer. And it's just a cheap one off of Amazon. It was something like 60 quid, 60, 70, something like that. It was under 100. And I was like, what? So, I mean, with such a good price, you just can't not. But gosh, the difference, honestly. If you've got back pain, try a standing desk. I cannot recommend it enough. You just don't imagine that it's going to make that much of a difference, but it really, really does. Suddenly you can move. So, you know me, I like lists, so let's surmise what helped. So, number 1, the doctors. That kind of did help, to be honest. That was more like reassurance that I was going to be able to walk again properly. The chiropractor at number 2 definitely helped. It is expensive. It's not heavily expensive, though. I mean, this is like £35 for half an hour. So it's not the worst, and you do get a pretty good treatment. And you get, spoken to nicely. You lie on a couch, you get manipulated, and yeah, I don't know, it helps me. It's different for everybody. Some people have a really heated opinion on chiropractors, not me though. I love my chiropractor and she's amazing. So number 3, walks. Oh my gosh, walk. Can't recommend walking enough. Here's a walking montage. Walking is so important, I have learnt this. gotta walk, you gotta keep your spine active. Gone are the days of lying in bed with back pain. Just don't do it to yourself. Number 4, an exercise ball. If only to remind you to go and exercise, it's a good thing to have. Because it's so cumbersome. It's like just sat there annoying you, taunting you in the corner of the room, if you will. Number 5, I did buy myself a lumbar support, but mine is far too big. I know this now. I should have just bought another smaller one the minute I realised it was too big. But I was very ignorant, and I didn't realise it was too big for a good month or so. And by that point, you can't really return it. So I was like, So I just carried on persevering with something way too big that didn't quite do the job. But they do help massively. So this is going to be something I do invest in at some point. But I genuinely don't sit down that much anymore, apart from when I'm in my desk chair. But anyway, number 6, I did buy a very thick cushion for sitting down, and that helped massively. This is another one I can't recommend enough. A friend of mine said, hey, you should get like a little ring cushion thing to sit on. We've all seen them, right? In the movies, the things that they give for people with hemorrhoids. And I thought, am I there? Am I there already in my life? And I was a little bit dubious about it. I invested in this. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. You can sit down for longer and have less pain on your sits bones. Brilliant. Okay, number 7, physiotherapist. Of course, this was life-changing for me. It does take a while to get referred. I think it was something like you need to be suffering for about 3 to 6 months before you can get referred in the UK. It's painful. And even then, at this time, you do get a phone appointment. But just having someone to talk to does make a difference massively. And also, they're professionals, so they can give you professional advice. And they do understand if you haven't done the exercises. Sorry. It does happen. But yeah, no, like I said, that standing desk or just standing in general advice was absolute game changer. Amazing. And as you now know, finally, number 8 on my list, I changed my desk. I did this twice, I had an antique, that was hard to say. I had an antique desk before, and it was quite low. And I kind of stole my husband's and tried his one out. His one was from IKEA. It is higher. It's okay, but it was still being sat. And it's kind of like the damage is already done. So I need to be healed before I do anything sitting at a desk again. So I genuinely try not to sit down. Even if I'm doing like paperwork, just quickly writing something, I try not to sit down if I can help it. Go to the kitchen counter. Do you know what? Even chores, I try to do like that. I try to do a lot of chores standing up now. Ironing is now my favorite chore. I did try yoga as well, with mixed results, to be honest. I'm just one of these people, I go in too hard and heavy into things thinking, if I'm not doing it this way, then I'm failing. And I think I just crunched it. I'm still trying. I have tried to do some gentle yoga in January to try and aid my recovery. But to be honest, I'm not really feeling much of a difference. I'm feeling a lot of pain. So we'll talk to the physio on Thursday and see what they say. So yeah, it's hit and miss for me, but it might not be for you guys. So like I said, the biggest thing for me, aside from that wonder desk, was the walking. So I cannot stress that enough. If you've got back pain, don't do what I did in 2008 and just lie in a bed. Don't do it. You got to move your back in order for it to heal. I know you don't want to, but you got to do it. So just walk, okay? So I hope me sharing has helped you feel a bit better. I know plenty of people have been suffering with their back since we all ended up working from home last year. And all I can say is, try not to lose hope. Just keep trying new things until something sticks and definitely works for you. It will. It definitely will. There are many times I felt like, oh my God, I'm never going to be pain-free again. But this is nowhere near the pain I had originally, so I cannot complain. Just can't complain. So onwards and upwards to health, everybody. Health and happiness. See you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.